Hello, friends and neighbors, seekers of knowledge, and young and old alike. Welcome to the Senior Dummies channel. I'm your host today, Kevin Brandt, and today we're going to do another look inside video here for our Senior Dummies guide to Android tips and tricks. And I had one before, and I wanted to try and do another one here to give a few more details and show you a few more pieces of what's inside the book. This is the black and white edition, and a couple features I want to talk about. But first, I have a question for you. Does anyone like their cheaters, their reading glasses? Does anyone like these? Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't like them either. So what we did with this book, and I mentioned this in the first video, was that we made sure that we had large print. And actually, it's designated large print right out in the book, what they call the metadata, so the information about the book, and that metadata shows that it has large print. So we definitely made large print a feature of the book, as well as large images to go with it. Granted, these are black and white, but they do come in sharp, and so if you take a look, you can see it's fairly sharp on the page with the images themselves. So here we are, page 21 of the book. I've got a tip here for everybody that I'm going to share right now that's in the book, and that's large text on your Android device. These large square ones are kind of the Android device, not phone, but more of an Android tablet kind of device showing. But really here, time for large text, you want to go to the settings, and then you can see here, next page, step 2, step 3, go to accessibility, because there's a lot of features I want to give any seniors out there that see this, or anybody who has a senior in life or elderly person who has an Android device. Accessibility is your friend. There's a lot of things under accessibility, lots of settings you can choose from. Tap that, go here. You can see a large list of accessibility items. Font size, right there. Font size, you want to tap that. Font meaning the size of the text. Font being a very old word, as I recall, from I think, Gutenberg times of printing. But step 4, we're going to select this right side of the text with this slider bar here. So you can see a small a, a large A. They got some wonderful Wizard of Oz text here. And really, you just want to grab that with your finger and slide it to the right. And you can see here the difference in the text size here between these two pages, and this would be from here to here. And actually, there's still one step larger. So everything on the screen is going to be bigger. The trick to that is the caveat, really, I should say, is the fact that many times these are trade-offs. You're going to have larger text. That means you're going to have less on the screen that you can see, so you're going to have to do more scrolling. But really, if you're just scanning it and taking a look at it, or a notification comes up, large text is a lifesaver. I use it myself. Because, I'm getting to the point where my eyes are starting to get weaker all the time. So most of the text will be bigger, but not everything. So that's one thing. Accessibility, get your font size up. Let's go to page 43. Let's take a look at another tip. Let's see here. Page 43 in the book. Here we go. Magnify. So if you don't like some things on the screen are not big enough, I even say still think not big enough. I even say that here in the image. No problem. Once again, go to settings. Once again, go to accessibility. Can't stress that enough. Accessibility is great. Magnification. That's this little icon here. The magnification, you'll see that. You want to tap that. You want to tap the button in the upper right to turn it on. This is kind of hard to see sometimes, even on the screen myself. It looks like a little slider bar deal, like a little slider button. And you can do that. And once it happens, instructions on the screen will show how to zoom in and zoom out. And so you have to take a look at this on your own machine. Sometimes it's a little different because Android does have differences between different vendors and manufacturers. But really, to zoom in, it says here, and this is what I've seen too, you tap the screen 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And you can drag 2 or more fingers to scroll and pinch 2 or more fingers to adjust the zoom. And so those are some standard movements that you can have. But 1, 2, 3, and you'll zoom in to do that very quickly. Temporarily zoom, you can tap the screen 3 times and hold your finger in the third tap. So 1, 2, 3, and it'll zoom a spot for you. And you can see that spot. And when you let go, it'll zoom back out. That's actually, to me, handier. I find that a little bit better. So you tap that 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and hold it, and it'll zoom that spot for you. Then you can let go, and you don't have to have the zoom on all the time. So that's here in the book, something to check out. I hope you liked that. I wanted to go through that real quick for my second look inside video. Once again, the Senior Dummies Guide to Android Tips and Tricks in second edition, expanded and revised. Thanks for joining me today. And, come back for more tips. I'm going to have more and look inside videos of some other books that we have as well. And hey, like, share, subscribe, and maybe send someone, help them out a little bit. All right. Thanks, everybody.